Hello everyone, welcome to Dynamic Study. This is class number 13 and this class is also on important autobiographies in English literature. This is the part 2 of the video series. I hope you have already watched the first part of the video in which I have talked about 7 important autobiographies. In today's class we will cover a couple of more important autobiographies in English literature, and as I have told you in the previous video that I am trying to provide you some basic details about those autobiographies which can be asked in exam and which is also important to know as a student of literature. Okay, so I hope this class will also be very interesting for you. So without any further delay, let's start our today's class. So we have already talked about 7 important autobiographies in our previous video. So in this video I will start with number 8, and the first one is Arrow in the Blue. Arrow in the Blue was published in 1952. It is the autobiography of Arthur Koestler. Okay, so it deals with the first 26 years of his life from 1905 to 1931. And this book, Arrow in the Blue, is divided into 5 parts. Okay, so the 5 parts are actually divided in terms of chronological order. So the first part is from 1905 to 1921. Second part is from 1922 to 1926. The third part is from 1926 to 27. Fourth one is from 1927 to 1930, and the last part, the fifth part, is from 1930 to 31. So this is the chronological division. And what is the subject matter? It talks about his spiritual development and his personal life, as well as it also describes the historical background of that time. So it is also a kind of a social document as well as a kind of personal document. Okay? So that's all about Arrow in the Blue. Now we move on to our next autobiography, that is titled as The Devil Finds Work. It was published in 1976 and it was written by James Baldwin. The Devil Finds Work is an autobiographical essay which deals with Baldwin's experience of watching movies. Very interesting topic. It talks about his experience of watching movies, right? And it is also important because it serves as a critique of the racial politics in American cinema. So in the history of American film, this autobiography is very important because it is all about Baldwin's experiences of watching movies. He has also mentioned the names of a couple of important movies of the then American society, and it also critiques the racial politics in American films, American cinema. The Devil Finds Work. Okay. So the next important autobiography, this is really a very important work, that is The Diary of a Young Girl. It was published in 1947. It was written by Anne Frank. I hope you have heard the name of Anne Frank, and it is also known as The Diary of Anne Frank. So it is titled as The Diary of a Young Girl, but it is also called The Diary of Anne Frank. Now, what is the time span of the diary? It was written from 14th June 1942 to 1st August 1944. Almost 2 years time is covered here. And the background is very interesting. When Anne Frank wrote this diary, she was actually hiding with her family during the Nazi occupation of Netherlands. So when Nazi army attacked Netherlands at that time, they were all hiding. Anne Frank was also hiding with her family. So during that time she wrote this diary of a young girl, and it was originally written in Dutch language. Okay, so it is written in Dutch language, and it was translated into English by B.M. Muria Doubleday. Okay. Another thing is that in general, when we read someone's diary, it is always addressed as Dear Diary. Okay, but in this diary written by Anne Frank has given a nickname to her diary, and he addressed and she addressed her diary as Dear Kitty instead of Dear Diary. So she did not call her diary as Dear Diary. She has given a nickname to her diary, that is Kitty. So the diary is called as Dear Kitty. Okay. And about this diary, this autobiographical diary, Anne Frank's father, Otto Frank, has said a very important quotation. I have quoted it here. Otto Frank said about the diary that for me it was a revelation. There was revealed a completely different Anne to the child that I had lost. I had no idea of the depths of her thoughts and feelings. So her father says that the daughter whom I know and the daughter whom I see in the diary, these two persons are completely different. So I had no idea of the depths of her thoughts and feelings. That is the appreciation from her father. So this is all about the diary of a young girl. Now we move on to our next autobiography, that is Moments of Being, published in 1972. It is written by Virginia Woolf. And Moments of Being is actually a collection of 5 autobiographical essays. Now what are the 5 essays? The essays are Reminiscences, A Sketch of the Past, 22 Hyde Park Gate, Old Bloomsbury, and Am I a Snob? These are the titles of the 5 essays, and all of these essays are published as a single book, autobiographical book, that is Moments of Being. It was published posthumously, and the second edition of the book was published in 1985. The first edition was on 1972 and the second edition was on 1985. Okay. The next important autobiography is Holiday Memory. It was published in 1946. It was written by Dylan Thomas. Holiday Memory has 2 parts, and it was also broadcast as a radio play. Okay, so this autobiography was also broadcast as a radio play, and Holiday Memory has a very fragmented kind of narration. It is actually a collage of some fragmented memories of Dylan Thomas, and it is notable for the use of some beautiful imagery. That's why it is important. And the main theme or the main subject matter is Dylan Thomas's experience of spending an idyllic August bank holiday by the seaside. So Holiday Memory is actually the holiday which Dylan Thomas spent by the seaside, by the by the seaside in August bank holiday. So that is the subject matter of Dylan Thomas's work, Holiday Memory. The next one is From Fear Set Free. A very interesting title, published in 1962. It is a memoir written by Nayanthara Sahgal. You all know Nayanthara Sahgal, the famous Indian writer. She is known for her most important novel, Rich Like Us, right? So Nayanthara Sahgal has written this memoir, From Fear Set Free, and Sahgal in this work considers love as the ultimate remedy for all the problems in the world. So love is the only thing that can drive away all kinds of tensions, all kinds of problems in life, and Sahgal has called love as a formula which can remove one's fear. So From Fear Set Free, this title refers to that how can one overcome his fear, that is through love. Okay, so Sahgal has elaborated this concept, this opinion of herself in this work. And this is there is a very interesting anecdote of writing this work. Nayanthara says that she refers to an anecdote in which she was at a formal dinner with Lord and Lady Mountbatten, at which Indira Gandhi was her father's official host. So this was the anecdote which she refers in this work, in this memoir. Okay. And the next one is De Profundis, published in 1905. The title De Profundis is a Latin word. It means from the depths. In English translation, it means from the depths, and it is written by Oscar Wilde during his imprisonment. Now, De Profundis is actually a long letter, consists of 50,000 words. So you can imagine that it is a single long letter of 50,000 words written to Lord Alfred Douglas in 1897. Okay, that is De Profundis. And in the preface, Oscar Wilde has written the purpose of writing this work and also the major theme. I have quoted this quotation from Wikipedia, so I will read it out for you. You can very well understand what is the major theme and what is the purpose of writing this work, De Profundis. So Oscar Wilde says, I don't defend my conduct, I explain it. Also in my letter, there are several passages which explain my mental development while in prison and the inevitable evolution of my character and intellectual attitude towards life that has taken place, and I want you and others who stand by me and have affection for me to know exactly in what mood and manner I face the world. Of course, from one point of view, I know that on the day of my release, that means release from prison, I will merely be moving from one prison into another, and there are times when the whole world seems to be no larger than myself and as full of terror for me. Still at the beginning, I believe that God made a world for each separate man, and within that world, which is within us, one should seek to live. So this is a long preface. This is a long preface which Oscar Wilde has written before this work. So I have quoted it from Wikipedia. So from that you can very well understand what is the major purpose of writing this work. Okay. So that is about De Profundis. And this is the end of today's class. I hope you have benefited from this video. So please share your views in the comment section. Like this video, share this video with your friends. Also subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Keep on watching Dynamic Study. Keep on learning. We will meet very soon in our next class. Have a nice day. Bye bye.